Okay, so this is a 2009 Pontiac G6, and I'm going to change the thermostat on it. The first thing I'm going to do is take this off, and take that off, and pull this whole piece out. Okay, so I didn't end up taking the whole thing off. I just, I didn't want to disconnect this piece right there, so I just, swung the arm up and put it right there. Right here, right down there, the lower radiator hose is where the thermostat is, so you don't have to undo the hose clamps. It's just undo that bolt right there, and there's another one over there somewhere. And here's a picture of what it actually looks like, a diagram that I got off the library website from the Chilton manual. So this was really helpful because I thought that you were going to have to take off the hose clamps and that would be shitty. So I'm going to put this pan down there. I don't know if you can see that, but to catch all the fluid because it's going to come out. So going to have to catch it. So check back with you later. Okay, so down in here, trying to get the ratchet onto that socket, and it's just not going to go. I got two different ratchets here, and one of them's a little bit lower profile, and it's still just not working. So I'm going to have to do something else, or else I'm going to strip the bolts. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so I got the first bolt out, and the right combination of things with this slimmer, cheap Chinese adapter and a little extension, and this is a 10mm socket. So you can't see it, I don't have my flashlight, but it's starting to bleed out a little bit, and I can't see the other bolt, but hopefully that one is a little bit easier to get out, because I can't see it, so. Okay, hopefully my pan is big enough to catch whatever fluid comes out. I was going to use this one over here, but it just doesn't fit underneath the car, so wish me luck. Alright, so I got the bolt loose enough so that it's, draining out a little bit so it doesn't get all over the place, and I'm just gonna make sure it doesn't overflow, and then I'll take the bolt out. So I guess we wait. So I got impatient and I took the other bolt out, but it's fine. It's probably about 3 or 4 gallons. I don't know how many gallons, but it fits in this kitty litter pan, so that's good. So here's what we got, and I'm gonna pull out the piece with the hose attached to it, and the thermostat's gonna be inside there. So hopefully this will go out without a hitch. So there she blows. Just pulled it right out, and it's there it is. Alright, so it is stuck in there, and I've so far tried pulling, twisting, and it's just really difficult to get your hands on, so it's going to be a challenge, but luckily it's only 9 a.m. And what I'm going to try is taking some of the gasket off, and hopefully that'll, give it a little wiggle room and I can just yank it out. It's not threaded or anything, so it's... Oh, I also tried prying it out with the pry bar, and that did not... It just didn't work. So, here it goes. Alright. Alright, so it's been half an hour and it's still on there. I used some dental picks and some pliers and this thing and those stuff, so my next course of action is I'm actually going to have to take the hose clamp off, which I really didn't want to do because, rubber rots and it might not go back on and whatever, but at this point I think I'm going to damage the casing or the housing for the thermostat, which is even worse. I'm pretty sure it's cast aluminum, so that would be a big deal. So, I don't know. My dad said this would take a half an hour. I'm gonna have a few words with him tonight. Alright, so this could not be more difficult. I just cannot get a good angle on the clamp to get any kind of around it. I tried little tiny needle nose pliers and stuff, and it's just like in the worst spot. If it was facing me, I think that it would be a lot easier. I know it would be. And so I think I'm gonna go back to trying to pull the thing out and see if that works, because it's already 10 o'clock and I still don't have the thing out of there, so I'll check back with you at 10:30. And hopefully I'll have it out, at the very least. So great news, I took my frustration out on the damn thing, and it just came right out. So, I used this cat's paw right over here, and I just ganked it out, so well, let's put the new one in now. Alright, so I got them on there about hand tight, and I'm going to do a little bit on each one because I don't want to damage the thing. It's aluminum, so you got to be careful. So it's 10:45 now, and I got everything back together. I just wanted to show you how much fluid came out of there. It's a lot less than I expected, really. I think that's like a gallon and a half or so. Something I'm concerned about, actually, is I expected the thermostat to be in this tray here, but it's not, which means it's in the engine compartment somewhere, and that kind of sucks, but I think I'm just going to leave it in there. I don't know what else to do at this point. I might try to get it out. But first I want to make sure that it doesn't leak, so I'm going to put the fluid in. And if it leaks, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm probably just going to cry. So I'll let you know how that goes. So I put about a half a gallon in there, and it's leaking a lot. Alright, so I inspected this piece here and to see what's wrong with it, and there is a piece of gasket that's pinched on the bottom of it. So what I'm going to have to do is take the piece out again, take both bolts out again, and then make sure that gasket is seated right in there. You can't really see it, it's on the other side, but yeah, that's gonna suck because my knees are killing me right now. I think I'm gonna have to find a 5-gallon bucket so I can, clear the car and not have to bend my knees backwards. So somehow I completely destroyed this thermostat. I'm not even sure how I did that. it's like pinched here, and you know, this is broken. I have a feeling that this gasket right here doesn't actually go with it. I had to buy it separately. They told me at the store that you need this gasket, but I really think that it's what screwed me up here. I'm going to do some research online and make sure that it's really supposed to be there. And so let me just make sure. I'm going to make sure that I didn't screw up the aluminum housing too. I don't think I did, but I didn't think I screwed that up either. Alright, so that's that. Hopefully I'll finish before it gets dark tonight. So I checked the service manual, and it made no mention of this gasket. You know, I had it, this piece sits in here, and that came assembled in the box. And then they gave me this, so I just plopped it back on. I plopped it on like that, figuring that it would, you know, that's how it was supposed to go, but I think that some thermostats need this. It just says, like, GM thermostat on it, you know, V6, so I think it just automatically, you know, tries to make you buy this, but I think that it's just not right, obviously, so it's a $21 piece. I'm gonna have somebody pick it up for me and bring it to me, but I wish I was done by now. So I got the and I put it in there, and unfortunately it's leaking, and so the next thing I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna take it out, and hopefully it's not broken, and it's I'm just gonna try again. Alright, so the next thing I'm gonna try is putting, well, I got Vinny helping me now, but he's gonna put the thermostat into the engine instead of into the hose, so maybe that will make it sit right so it doesn't leak. But I did drop the socket into the engine compartment, so we're going to be working with wrenches, so yikes. So seating it in the engine worked, and it's not leaking anymore, and the coolant is staying inside, so that's good. I'm going to turn the engine on and get it up to temperature so that the thermostat opens up and the fluid can go past the thermostat. So I went up to temp and everything's fine. Probably wouldn't do that again. It was definitely more difficult than I expected it to be. I would have liked to have paid somebody $100 to do it instead of, you know, spending my entire day. It's about 4:45 right now. Luckily I made it, you know, without it getting dark, so that's good, but damn, that was rough. Alright, thanks for watching.